How did the FBI, drugs, and rock stars combine to destroy Laurel Canyon's golden era? The real story might surprise you. Stick around to find out. 20. Excessive drug use. Ever wondered how the free-spirited Laurel Canyon scene spiraled into chaos? The answer lies in a haze of drugs and debauchery. In the 1960s, Laurel Canyon was a haven for artists seeking creative freedom. However, the rampant use of substances like LSD and heroin soon clouded this utopia. Musicians and residents indulged heavily, leading to erratic behaviors and strained relationships. The allure of mind-expanding experiences often overshadowed the harsh realities of addiction. Tragically, this lifestyle resulted in untimely deaths, casting a dark shadow over the community. The once harmonious enclave became a cautionary tale of excess. As one observer noted, every drug dealer was in Laurel Canyon.
It will make you cry, make you crazy and old before your time.
19. Infamous groupies. Did you know that behind the rock legends of Laurel Canyon stood a group of women who became legends themselves? Their stories are as wild as the music they adored. Figures like Pamela DeBars, dubbed the Queen of Groupies, were integral to the scene. She and others formed the GTOs, Girls Together Outrageously, a group that blurred the lines between fans and muses. Their intimate relationships with rock stars fueled rumors of promiscuity and contributed to the scene's chaotic reputation. Pamela's memoir, I'm With the Band, offers a candid glimpse into this world. These women were more than mere admirers. They were active participants in the cultural revolution. Did you know that the iconic song Our House by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young was inspired by Joni Mitchell and Graham Nash's life together in Laurel Canyon? Nash wrote it about their shared home, capturing the essence of their relationship. 18. Manson family ties. What sinister connections lurked beneath Laurel Canyon's vibrant surface? The Manson family's chilling presence is a chapter you won't believe. In the late 1960s, Charles Manson and his family infiltrated the Laurel Canyon scene, mingling with musicians and celebrities. Manson's association with Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys is particularly notorious. Wilson housed Manson and his followers for several months, during which Manson recorded songs at Wilson's home studio. This relationship culminated in the Beach Boys recording Manson's song Cease to Exist, retitled Never Learn Not to Love, without crediting him. The song's release strained their relationship, leading to threats from Manson. Manson's desire to break into the music industry extended beyond Wilson. He auditioned for Neil Young, who later remarked, he auditioned for Neil Young for f***'s sake. Manson's rejection fueled his resentment towards the music establishment. The Manson family's gruesome murders in 1969, including the infamous Tate LaBianca killings, shocked the nation and cast a dark shadow over Laurel Canyon. The proximity of these crimes to the music community led to increased paranoia and a reevaluation of the freewheeling lifestyle that had defined the area. The once idyllic haven became associated with fear and mistrust, contributing to its decline. 17. Intense rivalries. When creative geniuses collide, sparks fly. But in Laurel Canyon, those sparks ignited fierce rivalries that threatened to tear the community apart. Laurel Canyon was a melting pot of talent, with artists like the Byrds, Buffalo Springfield, and the Mamas and the Papas living in close quarters. This proximity fostered collaboration, but also bred competition. Bands vied for success, leading to tensions and jealousy. For instance, the Byrds' success with Mr. Tambourine Man set a high bar, creating pressure among peers to achieve similar acclaim. Personal relationships further complicated matters. Love triangles and romantic entanglements added layers of complexity. Graham Nash's relationship with Joni Mitchell, for example, influenced dynamics within Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Nash's song Our House was inspired by their time together in Laurel Canyon, highlighting how personal lives intertwined with professional collaborations. 16. Commercialization of the scene. Ever wondered how the counterculture haven of Laurel Canyon became a commercial hotspot? Let's explore how fame and fortune altered its essence. Laurel Canyon in the 1960s was a sanctuary for artists seeking creative freedom. However, as the music produced there gained mainstream success, corporate interests began to infiltrate the scene. Record labels and commercial enterprises saw an opportunity to capitalize on the burgeoning counterculture movement. This led to a shift from artistic expression to profit-driven motives. The influx of money brought about significant changes. Lavish lifestyles became the norm, and the original communal spirit started to wane. Artists who once collaborated freely began to compete for commercial success. The authenticity of the music was often compromised to cater to mainstream tastes. As David Crosby of the Byrds noted, the business side of music was a whole different animal, and it was hard to keep the purity of the art intact. This commercialization led to disillusionment among many artists. Here's an amazing fun fact. The Laurel Canyon Country Store wasn't just a place for groceries. It was a social hub where artists like Jim Morrison and Frank Zappa would casually mingle, fostering spontaneous collaborations and friendships. 15. Police crackdowns. Did law enforcement's intensified scrutiny contribute to Laurel Canyon's downfall? Discover how increased police presence disrupted this artistic enclave. As the counterculture movement grew, so did the attention from law enforcement. The liberal use of drugs and unconventional lifestyles in Laurel Canyon attracted police crackdowns. Raids became frequent, and arrests for drug possession and other offenses disrupted the lives of many residents. The increased police presence instilled a sense of paranoia within the community. Artists who once felt free to express themselves began to feel targeted. The fear of arrest stifled creativity and led to self-censorship. As Frank Zappa, a prominent figure in the scene, remarked, "The police made it very clear that they didn't want us there."
Me to you.
14. Infidelity and love triangles. How did complex romantic entanglements sow discord in Laurel Canyon? Let's delve into the love affairs that stirred the pot. Laurel Canyon was not just a hub for musical collaboration, but also a web of intricate personal relationships. The close-knit community often saw personal and professional lives intertwine, leading to romantic entanglements that caused tensions. Love triangles and affairs were common, leading to jealousy and conflicts. One notable example is the relationship dynamics within Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Graham Nash's involvement with Joni Mitchell added layers of complexity to the band's interactions. Such entanglements often led to tensions that affected both personal relationships and professional collaborations. Did you know that Eric Clapton was so captivated by the Laurel Canyon scene that he would sit on the lawn listening in awe to Joni Mitchell's performances? The area's creative energy was magnetic for artists worldwide.
Tired of expensive, low-effort script writers for your YouTube channel? Autoscripter.ai is the ultimate solution. Say goodbye to low-quality, poorly retention amateur scripts that fail to generate thousands of views for your channel. At a fraction of the cost, Autoscripter.ai helps your videos go viral. In just 3 steps, Autoscripter.ai creates a polished script tailored to your needs. Just input your title concept, select your tone and style. The intuitive interface makes editing and refining effortless, fast, smart, and trusted by hundreds of satisfied users who have already discovered the amazing tool. Start your free trial today and watch Autoscripter.ai transform your YouTube channel. Just click the link in the video description below now.
13. Tragic deaths. What impact did untimely deaths have on the Laurel Canyon community? Explore how loss cast a shadow over this artistic haven. The Laurel Canyon community faced several tragic losses that deeply affected its members. The deaths of prominent figures, often due to overdoses or accidents, cast a pall over the community. These losses served as harsh reminders of the darker side of the lifestyle many were leading. For instance, the mysterious death of singer-songwriter Graham Parsons in 1973 shocked the community. Parsons, known for his work with the Byrds and the Flying Burrito Brothers, died of a drug overdose at the age of 26. His death highlighted the perils of substance abuse that plagued many artists in the area. Here's an amazing fun fact. The Byrds' rendition of Bob Dylan's Mr. Tambourine Man in 1965 is often credited with launching the folk rock movement, a genre that became synonymous with the Laurel Canyon sound. 12. Media sensationalism. How did the media's portrayal affect Laurel Canyon's reputation? Uncover the role of sensationalism in shaping public perception. The media played a significant role in shaping the public's perception of Laurel Canyon. Exaggerated reports amplified scandals and controversies, often misrepresenting the community's true nature. Sensationalist stories about drug use, promiscuity, and criminal activities painted a distorted picture. This negative portrayal attracted unwanted attention from authorities and the public. Residents felt misjudged and scrutinized, leading to a sense of alienation. The media's focus on the sensational aspects overshadowed the artistic achievements of the community. 11. Decline of the hippie movement. Ever wondered how the fading hippie movement impacted Laurel Canyon's vibrant scene? Let's explore the cultural shifts that reshaped this artistic haven. As the 1960s drew to a close, the idealistic fervor of the hippie movement began to wane. The end of the Vietnam War and the disillusionment of the unfulfilled promises led many to abandon the countercultural ideals that once defined the era. This societal shift had a profound impact on Laurel Canyon, a community deeply intertwined with the hippie ethos. The communal spirit that once thrived in the canyon started to dissipate. Artists who had been united by a shared vision of peace and love found themselves grappling with a changing cultural landscape. The music industry, sensing the shift in public sentiment, began to favor more commercially viable acts over experimental or politically charged artists. This transition marginalized many musicians who had been central to the Laurel Canyon scene. 10. Financial mismanagement. Ever wondered how financial woes plagued the rock and roll paradise of Laurel Canyon? Let's delve into the money troubles that rocked this artistic enclave. In the heyday of Laurel Canyon, many artists experienced sudden and substantial financial success. However, the influx of wealth was often accompanied by poor financial management. Lavish spending on extravagant lifestyles combined with a lack of financial planning led many musicians into debt. The pressures of maintaining a high-profile lifestyle took a toll on both personal well-being and professional relationships. Financial stress contributed to the dissolution of bands and strained collaborations. As debts mounted, some artists were forced to sell their homes in Laurel Canyon, leading to a gradual exodus from the community. 9. Artistic differences. Ever wondered how creative clashes among Laurel Canyon's music legends led to iconic songs and unexpected breakups? Let's dive into the artistic tensions that shaped the era. Laurel Canyon was a melting pot of musical talent, with artists like the Byrds, Buffalo Springfield, and Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, CSNY, cohabitating and collaborating. However, this proximity often led to creative disagreements. For instance, CSNY, despite their harmonious vocals, frequently grappled with differing artistic visions. Neil Young's sporadic participation added to the group's instability, as he would occasionally leave due to creative disputes. These artistic differences weren't confined to bands. Solo artists like Joni Mitchell and Jackson Browne also faced challenges in balancing personal expression with collaborative efforts. Mitchell's evolution from folk to jazz, for example, sometimes clashed with the expectations of her peers and audience. Did you know that the Mamas and the Papas song 1230, Young Girls Are Coming to the Canyon, was directly inspired by the vibrant and free-spirited atmosphere of Laurel Canyon during the 1960s? The song reflects the community's unique lifestyle. 8. Mental health struggles. Did you know that behind the harmonious melodies of Laurel Canyon, many artists battled inner demons? Let's explore the mental health challenges that shadowed this musical haven. The pressures of sudden fame, coupled with the era's prevalent substance use, took a toll on the mental well-being of many Laurel Canyon artists. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, for instance, faced significant mental health challenges exacerbated by drug use and the demands of stardom. Similarly, Jim Morrison of The Doors struggled with alcoholism and erratic behavior, leading to legal issues and impacting his performances. These personal battles often spilled into public view, affecting both the artists' lives and their music. The communal lifestyle of Laurel Canyon, while fostering creativity, sometimes lacked the support systems needed to address these issues. The stigma surrounding mental health during the 1960s meant that many suffered in silence without access to proper care.
Who are my favorites? Because of long-standing friendships with individuals.
7. Exploitative relationships. Ever wondered how some industry insiders took advantage of Laurel Canyon's rising stars? Let's uncover the darker side of this musical paradise. In the 1960s and early 1970s, Laurel Canyon was a creative haven for musicians and artists. However, the influx of talent also attracted individuals seeking to exploit these emerging artists. Managers, producers, and record executives sometimes took advantage of the naivete and trust of young musicians, leading to unfavorable contracts and financial exploitation. For instance, many artists signed deals that granted them minimal royalties, with the bulk of profits going to managers and labels. This financial strain hindered their artistic freedom and caused personal hardships. The pressure to produce commercially successful music often led to creative compromises, stifling the innovative spirit that initially defined the Laurel Canyon scene. These exploitative relationships eroded trust within the community. 6. Legal battles. Did you know that behind the harmonious tunes of Laurel Canyon, legal storms were brewing? Let's delve into the courtroom dramas that shook this musical enclave. As the music of Laurel Canyon gained popularity, legal disputes became more frequent. Bands and artists found themselves entangled in lawsuits over royalties, song rights, and contractual obligations. These legal battles drained financial resources and diverted focus from creative endeavors. One notable example is the dispute between the Byrds and their management over financial mismanagement and control, leading to lineup changes and internal strife. Similarly, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young faced legal challenges related to their contracts, causing delays in album releases and tours. 5. Environmental degradation. Did you know that the natural beauty of Laurel Canyon faced significant threats during its heyday? Let's explore how environmental challenges impacted this artistic haven. Laurel Canyon's allure stemmed not only from its vibrant music scene, but also from its serene natural environment. However, rapid development and an influx of residents strained the area's ecological balance. The construction of new homes and roads led to habitat destruction, affecting local flora and fauna. The upper slopes, once covered in chaparral and sage, were significantly altered. Moreover, the increased human activity contributed to soil erosion and heightened the risk of landslides, especially during heavy rains. Historical photographs from the early 1900s depict Laurel Canyon buried under mud, with houses sliding and vehicular traffic halted, a recurring issue exacerbated by development. Recognizing these challenges, local organizations like the Laurel Canyon Land Trust have worked to preserve open spaces and protect the area's natural environment. Since 2017, the Land Trust has acquired over 30 acres of land to prevent further degradation. 4. Changing musical trends. Ever wondered how shifts in musical tastes influence the dynamics of Laurel Canyon? Let's delve into how evolving trends reshape this iconic community. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, Laurel Canyon was synonymous with the folk rock sound, with artists like the Byrds, Joni Mitchell, and Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young defining the era. However, as musical tastes evolved, genres like disco and punk began to dominate the airwaves, leading to a decline in the popularity of the Laurel Canyon sound. This shift had profound effects on the community. Artists who once enjoyed widespread acclaim found themselves sidelined, struggling to adapt to the new musical landscape. The industry's focus shifted towards more commercially viable genres, leaving many Laurel Canyon musicians grappling with reduced record sales and fewer performance opportunities. The changing trends also influenced the social fabric of the community. As the music scene evolved, so did the dynamics within Laurel Canyon. The once tight-knit community of like-minded artists began to disperse, seeking relevance in different musical directions or relocating to areas more aligned with emerging trends. 3. Health epidemics. Did you know that health crises once swept through Laurel Canyon, affecting its vibrant community? Let's explore how these epidemics left their mark on this artistic haven. In the 1960s and 1970s, Laurel Canyon was a hub for artists and musicians fostering close-knit interactions. However, this communal lifestyle also facilitated the rapid spread of infectious diseases. Outbreaks of illnesses like hepatitis and sexually transmitted infections became prevalent, impacting the health of many residents. The prevalence of drug use, particularly needle sharing, contributed to the spread of hepatitis among the community. Additionally, the free-spirited ethos of the time led to increased cases of sexually transmitted infections. These health issues not only affected individuals, but also strained the community's cohesion, as illness and recovery took precedence over artistic collaboration. The lack of adequate healthcare resources and awareness exacerbated these problems. Many residents were reluctant to seek medical help due to the stigma associated with their lifestyles, leading to untreated conditions and further transmission. 2. Government surveillance. Ever wondered if the government had its eyes on Laurel Canyon's counterculture scene? Let's uncover the surveillance activities that targeted this artistic enclave. During the 1960s, the U.S. government closely monitored countercultural movements, viewing them as potential threats to national security. Laurel Canyon, with its concentration of influential musicians and artists, attracted significant attention. Reports suggest that agencies like the FBI and CIA conducted surveillance operations to gather intelligence on the activities within the community. The presence of the Lookout Mountain Air Force Station, a classified facility located in Laurel Canyon, added to suspicions. Officially, it functioned as a film studio for the Department of Defense, but its proximity to the counterculture hub fueled rumors of covert surveillance operations. Some speculate that the station played a role in monitoring the residents of Laurel Canyon, though concrete evidence remains elusive. This atmosphere of surveillance bred paranoia among the artists. The fear of being watched or infiltrated by government agents led to self-censorship and a decline in open collaboration. 1. Loss of community trust. Ever wondered how rumors and betrayals eroded the close-knit fabric of Laurel Canyon? Let's delve into the trust issues that fractured this artistic haven. In the 1960s and 70s, Laurel Canyon was a sanctuary for artists and musicians, fostering a sense of community and collaboration. However, as the scene grew, so did instances of betrayal and mistrust. Rumors of infidelity, financial exploitation, and covert surveillance spread, leading residents to question the loyalty and intentions of their peers. The presence of individuals with dubious backgrounds further complicated matters. For example, the mysterious death of William J. Rothschild, a man who had adopted the Rothschild name without familial ties, raised suspicions and added to the community's unease. These incidents eroded the communal trust that once defined Laurel Canyon. Artists became more guarded, collaborations dwindled, and the once vibrant community spirit faded. Thanks for exploring the captivating history of Laurel Canyon with us. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more musical tales. Don't forget to check out our other videos for more stories behind the music.